Alright, so today I wanted to address why so many people are overweight today, why everyone has a big ass belly, a big ass back. There's a lot of big back activity going on around, and I saw another YouTuber talking about it, so I definitely wanted to address this because I see this every single day. People reach out to me, they're like, oh my god, I have so much stomach fat. People reach out to me every single day, and they ask me what they could do to lose the fat, how can they lose the fat quickly, how can they do this, how can they do that, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why so many people, especially in today's day and age, like I've never seen this many overweight, heavy people. Everywhere I go, I see people out of shape. Even going to the gym, I've been to a lot of gyms around the nation, and even going to the gym, I see a lot of people who are out of shape, who are overweight. So why is everybody overweight? Why is everyone out of shape? And the truth is not only accountability, but just your nutrition habits. Most people don't have a problem with the gym, with activity. A lot of people have a problem with their nutrition. A lot of people literally every single day are eating fast food, are eating chips, are eating candy, right? Or after every single meal, they want something quote unquote sweet, right? They want a little Snickers bar or Reese's, and then for dinner, after dinner, they want ice cream, right? Because you got to realize this. A lot of people don't know this, or a lot of people don't seem to realize this, but you can't just gain fat. Like, fat doesn't just come easily. It literally takes hard work and consistent overeating for you to gain fat. Like, you're not just gonna gain fat overnight. A lot of people are like, how did I gain this fat? It's because you gain 2 pounds every single month, which is only half a pound a week, but that shit compounds over time. And that's what happens to a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys are just eating that extra ice cream, that extra 500 calorie ice cream every single night, maybe 1 cup of Ben and Jerry's. You don't think it's gonna do anything. It hasn't done anything after 6 months that you've noticed. But after 2-3 years, you've gained 40 pounds, right? And now you want to lose that 40 pounds in 1 week. It took you years to gain that. It takes years of consistency. It takes repeating bad habits over and over. It takes you making bad decisions over and over and over again for you to gain fat. And a lot of people are making bad decisions. I know there's processed foods, there's this, there's that. But in reality, guys, if you eat less calories than you burn, you're still gonna lose weight, all right? Now, when it comes to body composition, seeing your abs and things like that, yes, you need more quality foods, more protein, but if you're just trying to lose weight or you're sick of being overweight, if you cut back on your calories and increase the amount of food that you eat at home, the amount of food you make at home, you would definitely start seeing results pretty quickly, all right? So when it comes down to it, a lot of you guys, I'm not just gonna say you're lazy, you're just not holding yourself accountable, and you're going on autopilot. You're not realizing that the small habits that you're doing every single day is what's causing you to gain the fat. Because a lot of you guys are going through fast food lines. Nobody's holding a gun to your head telling you to go and eat fast food. You're doing it yourself every single day. And I go live on TikTok every day. And follow my TikTok, by the way, shameless plug, Luther V Fitness. But I literally get this question every day. How do I lose my love handles? How do I lose belly fat? Every single day, right? And I tell them what to do. And it sounds kind of difficult, like, yeah, be in a calorie deficit, do this, do that, strength train. It sounds like not what they want to hear. And then I just ask them, I'm like, what are you eating? And they're like, well, I haven't ate a cookie since yesterday. Like, you're eating cookies and you're expecting to lose fat. You're drinking alcohol, you're expecting to lose fat. That's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. That's the dumbest mindset ever. And that's why a lot of people aren't losing fat. They think losing fat is something you just do in 2 weeks or you do in 3 weeks. Like, 2 consistent weeks is great. That is a great way to start momentum, to start building, but that is not going to get you to lose the fat that it took you years to gain. It literally took you years to gain. Why is there a disconnect when it comes to you go to work, you get paid, right? Because you put in the work, right? You show up every single day, you show up on time, regardless how you feel, you show up, you get paid for the 2 weeks you put in every 2 weeks, right? Bi-weekly pay. That's the same way it is for the fitness journey, all right? You have to put in the work before you see results. A lot of people are like, hey man, I haven't ate candy or fast food for a week, man. Where are my results? It's like, dude, what you do 90% of the time is gonna dictate your results. So if it's 6 months into the year and this is the first week that you haven't, eaten shit, then we're 6 months into the year. So that's literally like 3% of your year of you eating good. That's not enough, all right? In order to counterbalance that, you're gonna have to go, literally majority of the next 6 months, 90% of the next 6 months, you got to lock in and clean up your nutrition. That's what it's going to take, because it's a law of averages. People don't seem to realize that. Another reason is, like I said, the law of averages. A lot of people eat good during the week. Like, I say this all the time, people still do it. People eat good during the week, and then Friday through Sunday, which is 3 days of the week, which is almost 50% of the week, guys. That's like 38, 40% of the week. 3 days of the week, Friday through Sunday, they eat so much food, so much junk, so much fast food, drink so much liquor, beer, you know, all of that stuff, candy, chips, and they're very inactive. And then they wonder why they're not losing weight, right? And notice I'm focusing mostly on nutrition. I'll get into activity level in a little bit, but it's mostly nutrition, guys. Yeah, if you're sedentary, you'll be more likely to gain weight, of course. But if you're sedentary and you're overeating, you're definitely going to gain weight. Because if you're sedentary, you could literally adjust your calories. All right, you do not have to be in the gym 7 days a week, 5 days a week. You don't have to do that. You can be in the gym 3 days a week. All right, your step count can be below 5K per day, right? You'll still lose the fat if your nutrition is on point. That's why I'm addressing nutrition and stressing nutrition. Too many people just have horrible habits and they repeat them over time. And then as soon as they become aware of it and they change their habits for one day, they want results. No, you've literally been repeating that over time. Like, God doesn't just give fat to random people, all right? There's no one out there that just hands you fat and is like, here, you got to put this on your stomach. You literally earn that shit, all right? So if you want to get it off, you're going to have to earn that as well. I don't know why there's a concept like you want to get rid of fat fast when it took you so long to gain it. It takes people so long to gain the fat, and it's literally your bad habits repeated over and over and over again consistently, all right? So once you change those habits and you stay consistent, then you'll lose fat. So that's the first reason. Another reason I see is, of course, the inactivity. A lot of people just sit at home all day. There's more work from home jobs now. A lot of people play video games. Nobody ever plays outside. Like, I remember when I was little, we used to throw the football, we used to play outside and shit like that all the time. But now, kids are just literally inside and they're getting fucking big as shit. It's kind of scary. Like, I see little kids, they literally almost weigh as much as me, and I'm like, what the hell is going on, right? They just have excess fat that's stored from eating candy, eating chips, and playing video games all day, playing Roblox and Minecraft and all that other shit, instead of going outside. Or listen, it literally takes 30 minutes of playing outside, right? For kids to like be healthy. If they played outside for like 30 minutes and they went inside and they stopped eating so much bullshit, so much processed food, so much fast food. But the easiest way to feed a kid is going to be to give them fast food instead of instilling good nutrition habits. And when you instill bad nutrition habits in your kids, that is something that they have for a long period of time, and it's going to be harder for them to overcome it. So by the time they get to grown-up status, they've already, been used to being, fat most of their life. So now they think of themselves as someone who's fat. So then, they're going to pass those habits down to their kids as well. And then the cycle continues. Another thing I see is who you surround yourself with. If you're overweight, but you're the least overweight of your group, you'll probably be like, yeah, you know what, I'm fine. I'm not that bad. And these days, it's kind of hard to find a fit group. I rarely see fit people. I see a lot of overweight people. So it's rare to find a fit group. So if you feel like you're the fittest in your group, but you're overweight, you're going to be like, well, I'm doing pretty good for myself because at least I'm not, as fat as him or as fat as him. And that's just comparing yourself to the wrong people. You want to be the healthiest version of yourself. Regardless, you don't want to focus on comparing yourself to others. You want to be the healthiest version of yourself, guys. The only reason I'm even addressing this is because I know when you go to the doctor, like a lot of people are like, it doesn't matter if I'm fat, it doesn't matter if I'm overweight. Listen, if it didn't matter, I wouldn't be talking about it. But the truth is, when you go to the doctor, you're pre-diabetic, you have high blood pressure, you have high cholesterol, and obviously, if you haven't made a significant change, if you don't plan on making a significant change and have a significant, specific plan, then obviously you're not going to be able to overcome your bad habits, because your bad habits are instilled. A lot of people underestimate exactly how powerful habits are, bad or good. All right, so if you haven't been eating healthy for like 10 years and you haven't been active for like 10 years, you're literally not just going to flip a switch in your head by yourself and be like, you know what, I think I'll eat healthy today, it's pretty cool. No, a lot of people, it takes a significant event like a stroke, a heart attack, someone in their family passing away, or the doctor saying that they have full-on type 2 diabetes, or like it takes significant events for people to make a change. All right, and sometimes with those significant events, people still don't make changes. I know a lot of people who are like, yeah, man, I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I'm like, and this is how you're eating? So like how, but you just found out about it, right? They're like, well, it started 5 years ago. I'm like, dude, it gets worse over time if you continue the bad habits, because then your insulin resistance just increases, right? Then it's harder to reverse. So like, you got to take your health more seriously, guys. You have full control of your health. That's the beautiful thing about health. You have, for the most part, obviously there's genetic conditions and things like that, but most people don't struggle with that. Most people struggle with self-control, right? And self-discipline. Those are two things that are learned over time. So I don't expect you to do it in one day, but also it's not impossible to do, because like I said, those are things that are learned over time. Those are things that those are skills, the skills that you learn over time, self-control, self-discipline, right? But if you don't start now, if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, perfect time, or whatever the fuck you're waiting for, it's just never gonna happen. You're never gonna do it. You're gonna gain another 10 pounds, And like I said, it compounds over time. You gain 10 pounds a year, sounds like nothing after 10 years, and 10 years does pass quickly. Because I could look at a lot of my high school friends and they have like just a lot of stomach activity going on, super out of shape from gaining like 5 to 10 pounds per year, right? So yeah, after 10 years, that's 100 pounds, guys. It's 50 to 100 pounds if you gain 5 to 10 years, 5 to 10 pounds per year. So that's a big difference, guys. So like I said, it's your small habits. Stop ignoring your small habits. Stop blaming it on genetics when you're the one going through the fast food line. Did genetics make you go through the fast food line and literally order 2,000 calories worth of food for your third meal? Did genetics make you DoorDash at night? Did genetics make you go to Crumble Cookie, drink the beer, drink the liquor? No, that was you making that decision. You made that decision actively. No one is literally holding a gun to your head. No one is telling you, hey, eat this, eat that. No one's telling you that. You're doing it. No one's taking Ben and Jerry's and shoving it in your mouth. It's just not happening. You're doing it yourself. You're making that decision. So you need to take accountability for your actions. Because listen, belly fat is something, it literally takes work to gain belly fat. It's not something that just comes on you. It takes a lot of work. It takes consistency over eating. So I don't want to hear that shit like, well, I just have genetic belly fat. No, you don't. You've been eating a lot of food. And if you've been, fat since you were a teen, then you've been consistently overeating when you're a teen and being inactive. It's something that you're actively doing that's causing you to have this stubborn belly fat, all right? So that's the video for today. Just a little rant. It's probably going to offend people, but it's literally just the truth. No sugarcoating, whatever.